Hello everyone, this is Banished, and I am Flourt. We are continuing this playthrough right here. We just started last episode. We've already gotten a couple houses built, fishing dock, and a gatherer's hut. We're working on getting a forester lodge down here to kind of help get rid of the problem we have with logs. In this game, like in the early game, logs is or getting wood. Logs is hard to just keep saying over and over again. Oh, we need to unpause this. But in the beginning of the game, until you get a few forestry lodges up and manned, wood is a resource that you basically have to keep chopping down forests for. That's why I just kind of queued up a whole bunch of forests to be chopped down so that we can get some excess of wood going. Unfortunately, we're also going to need to start making blacksmiths, so let's go ahead and queue that up. Because I'm more worried about running out of tools than I am wood. You can always get more wood. Actually, crap, that was the wrong thing. Okay. Let's remove structure. This one. I wanted this facing a different way. Rotate it this way. There we go. Perfect. Okay, yeah, and the road will still go through here. Okay, perfect. I mean, it won't still go through there, but we can always just, like, move it over one. It's no big deal. Alright. Unpause it. At least we're getting a lot of stuff in. Unfortunately, we're now running out of wood. How far does this reach? So we can take over this entire... We can do the entire upper part right here, and that'll be fine. Now, I'm intentionally not grabbing a lot of stone, but I now see that that was a bad idea. So let's go ahead and grab some stone as well. What is this? Reserve of logs is low. Of course it is. What is our number? We're almost to the amount of firewood. That's the limit. We survived pretty well with the limit of 200, so I think we're probably fine on that. And they're just tearing through that hill with the road. Okay, you've reached your limit, so you'll go on to do other things, which is fine. Oh, we need iron for this? Okay. Iron it is. Forgot that we needed iron for this. And while we don't have a reserve of tools anymore, people still do have them, and until we start getting the tool icons popping up, they'll be fine. It's just... we need to start working on iron tools before that happens, because once they run out of tools, their work efficiency and speed will actually decrease tremendously. So our logs is low. Let's remove that. We'll just make the stockpile a little bit bigger. I think it's like 2 tiles bigger or something like that. Hopefully we can get enough resources quickly enough. Let's get more laborers. Laborers! While everyone has their set tasks, laborers are what immediately go to collect resources when you call them to. Everyone will collect resources, but whatever job they have, if it's not laborer, their priority for that job is higher than collecting resources. Laborers will just go and collect resources when you tell them to. Or they'll move food from hut to hut or what have you. But their main priority is to move resources, so it's good to have a couple around just in case you need to do something like this. Now once I have enough people, stone won't be a problem because I'll have like quarries and mines and stuff to kind of keep a steady flow going. Unfortunately, those do deplete after a while, so I mean, they're a much more long-term solution But yes, they do deplete. Holy crap, this big open space over here. Another thing we're going to need to get going is a trader. And that's how we're going to be able to get seeds and livestock and pretty much everything else that we need. Let's say we have a random shortage of firewood. Well, we might be able to trade for, you know, like 1,000 firewood for the winter or something like that. This guy's out of firewood, or he's out of wood to use. We're still cutting down wood, which is good. Or trees. Wood, trees, what's the difference? Oh, there's the first tool icon. That's not good. The other thing is when you get the school going and you're able to get people educated, they actually work better. I think it actually messes with the amount of stone they can get from knocking down one thing of stone, which is nice. Let's go ahead and get another fisherman going. Because while our food's good, I think we can do with some more. So, we're going to go ahead and do that. Crap, I didn't restart my timer, did I? I think I'm only like 6 or 7 minutes into it, so I guess when my timer gets down to like, I don't know, 6 or 7, because I have a timer that does 20 minutes. I try to keep these episodes nice and short, not all short being a relative term. I mean, I could, if you guys really wanted to, make hour-long videos, but it's hard to make that many videos an hour long. Sorry, I stopped hearing music, so I was like, holy crap. Yeah. Okay, yeah. It's hard to make, you know, 10-hour-long videos and upload them every week, because I'm a student and I have a job and I don't have the time to do that kind of thing. In fact, during the City Skylines thing, most of the time I was like maybe a day or two ahead of the uploads. I mean, there were a couple uploads in there where I actually uploaded them the day of. Like, they finished uploading an hour before they went live. But, and I think a couple of them I actually was late on, but they always uploaded on the right day. Now, I didn't upload any the day before this one was uploaded, i.e. the 4th of July, but I did do it. So, but it was the 4th of July. I didn't figure most people would be watching videos to begin with. So, we're getting there. How are we doing on the supply? We still need stone and iron. Iron's starting to get collected. We finally got all the resources for this. Oh boy. Let's go ahead and put another person builder. Where is Forester? There it is. Go ahead and do that. And hopefully he'll be prioritized to cut down wood. Or wood, logs. You know what I mean. Why is this not getting taken care of? I don't understand. I just don't understand, man. I think there's actually just a lot of stuff in there. If I were to reclaim it, there'd probably be like 1,000 food or something like that. How are we doing on the housing situation? Yeah, we could probably build another house or two and it not be a big problem. I just want to not overbuild, because I have had situations in the past where I built too many houses, and like one or two of them just kind of sat vacant. And while it's nice to have a couple vacant houses so you don't have to worry about it, it also takes up resources that could otherwise be used elsewhere. So So there's that. I am going to keep up a house. Or two. I want it built right there. So I'll just do that. And we'll actually pause it so it doesn't get too prioritized. We'll build a well right here. It's going to take a lot of stone, which sucks. But it's worth it, because if a fire were to happen right now, that would be the end of it. Like, I don't... We're running out of tools. People are going to freeze. Yes, it's spring right now, which is nice, but they couldn't collect enough resources and build the houses in time for winter. It just wouldn't happen. And that would be the end of the Let's Play. So we don't want to do that. we don't want that to happen, rather. But our little shantytown is... Little shantytown of Flourt, I think it was? Yeah, Flourt. That name makes me laugh. Flourt. It's a nice little town of 20 so far. I think we started off with 16, I think, so we had a few... Let's see... No, I think we started off with 15, actually. Yeah, 15. So... we've grown a little bit. All of... 15, I mean... 17. Right? I think. I'm not sure. Let's see here. I think we had 8 adults and 6 children, so that would be 14. So we had 6 people? Or 6 people be born? I'm not sure about that. I'll have to take a look at that at some point. Oh no! Died during childbirth. No, our first death. It isn't good, and I'm not gonna spend the resources on a freaking cemetery because it's not worth it. At least not at this point. One thing to note is your citizens have happiness and health, and the happiness can be helped with obviously having more health, having tools so that their jobs are easier, and having a church and cemetery. The cemetery is because it's really nice for them to go visit their ancestors, pay their respects, and everything like that, or so it seems. Health, I actually find, is pretty complicated. Like, the more diverse diet your citizens have, the healthier they are, which is actually a real life thing. Like, I think I read in a study, if our diets were like 50% more diverse, we'd be overall more healthy and could possibly live like an extra decade longer. But because like we only eat like a handful of different animals at a time, like chicken, cows, pigs, sometimes goats, and then fish. If we had a little bit more diverse diet as far as meat's concerned, and vegetables and fruits, we would just have overall healthy diets. Where is my iron? My iron! Why isn't this getting reclaimed? Actually, let's go ahead and up the priority of that. I want that gone. Good. It's gone. Alright. Now for storage, because I know they're like, where do we put this? I like how, like, if there's stuff sitting there already, it automatically gets put into the stockpile if you build it right there. That is some forward thinking right there. Now once again, Where the hell is the iron? I need the iron. Did I not tell them to collect iron? Did I tell them to collect stone instead? If I did, I'm stupid. I think I did. Unfortunately. Where's some more iron? Is there any iron like close by? Yes, there is. Like that and that. Okay. Finally, we're getting some iron in. Holy crap. It's 832. Yeah, let's keep it at 800 because we got down to I think like 100 or so during the winter. I would prefer that not to happen again. Because the citizens of Flourt probably can't survive being frozen to death. I mean, I think I can survive some pretty brisk weather, but I don't think I can survive, a freezing winter. And it's already getting down to, low 40s, which I assume is Fahrenheit. I assume so. Seems to me to be the case, because I think once it reaches 32, it'll go down to, it'll start showing like snow and everything. Let me know what you guys prefer. If you guys prefer Celsius over Fahrenheit, I'm more than happy to oblige. I can read both and understand both, so it doesn't matter to me none. Oh my god! Get that iron in! We only need one more for a blacksmith. Oh, thank you, Lord! Now that that's done, let's go ahead and unpause that so we can get another house going. And we do already have the blacksmith queued, correct? Why do I keep closing this one? Blacksmith, no. Where are you? Ah, blacksmith, there it is. Let's go ahead and queue up one of those. Finish out the fisherman, add a couple more of those. And let's keep on labor going. Okay, so once the blacksmith is there, we'll start building tools for us. And it's going to take a little while for us to get more tools back. It's kind of funny because if the blacksmith doesn't have tools himself, he has to then make tools for himself using nothing but his bare hands, or at least broken tools. And then once he can do that, then he can actually start making more and more tools as he goes. It's kind of like a little compounding factor. What did I just use my glasses? Okay. Alright. Much longer. 92%. You better stay there and finish it. Or so help me. You will not get food. Come on. Come on. Only 10 more to go. I want this done. Come on. Alright, we got the stone. We don't have any of the wood though. So let's go ahead and collect resources. There we go. What? Okay, I was about to say, like, I know I put some in there. I know it to be true. Yeah, we don't have any stored logs, I don't think. Let's see here. Yeah, we don't have any stored logs, which sucks. What's the... kind of cutting into that a little bit. We might actually end up moving this down to here so that we have a little bit more. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and queue up a gather site over here because it's looking like we're going to have to move over here at some point. Right there's probably fine. Go ahead and pause it because we don't have the resources for it yet. Oh boy. Unfortunately, I think all of the wood is getting taken and used as firewood, so as soon as it's put into the stockpile, it's immediately used. Well, anyway, we finally got our blacksmith going, and he is making tools, so eventually all the tool deficits will be gone. And we have made it through our second winter. But anyway, that's going to have to do it for this episode. Catch me next time, where we'll hopefully move this gather hut down to here and kind of try to fill in this little crescent area with some more fishing docks for this lake or bay area and some more houses. But that'll have to be next time. I'm Parafluid, this is the town of Flourt in Banished, and we'll see you next time. Have a good day.